So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to RPM League, the wrap-up with myself, Elvin Eldritch. I'm joined here by Tom, the man Mountain Fane, the commercial director from the Met Mavericks. It's amazing to see how much more comfortable we are when you're actually on your preferred side. I know this is not my preferred side, but I am willing to give it up this time for you.
You knew the conditions of me coming back, and I'm glad you fulfilled them. I only do these things on my left side now, so thank you, mate. I appreciate it.
No problems at all. The things we do for the people we love, as they say. Tom, we're here to talk about the KYC SmackDown. So without further ado, let's understand who actually won the contest. You had Asia Goliaths on the ropes. Tom, I'm actually really sad to say that Met Mavericks went down against the Asia Goliaths in the KYC SmackDown. I don't know why I'm laughing, because this is not funny. This is awkward, actually, but it would be less awkward than having Cam Hume here gloating. So I'd take this probably most days out of any week. Tom, I will tell you the results in a minute, but mate, what's your immediate reaction to that?
I'm numb. Yeah. I just don't know what to say, mate. We were there.
Listen, let's have a quick look at the results. As you can see on screen now, so you guys were at 7.5. You've actually pushed over to 8.35. So it's not the finish that you wanted.
No, not at all.
However, you know, the Asia Goliaths, we have to give them credit where credit is due. They were at 8.4 and they've come back into the sevens at 7.96. Now, 0.3 in it, which isn't really much. But Tom, I do want to come back on what you guys were doing across the Met Mavericks by way of focus, because this is a really good result. Let's not get away from that.
I completely agree. Look, whilst I'm disappointed, this is, I think, our second best result of the year. So the guys can still be very proud of that, which is good. Look, in KYC, getting it right is about focus, day in, day out, every customer. So we had small things that helped that, like the KYC mouse mats, for example, that are there in front of people so they can see the top 5 areas, the do's and don'ts. 10-second rule is simple but effective. So there are lots of little tools that we use to make sure it's always on people's minds.
Yeah, sure. And we're just seeing on screen now these mouse mats that were an initiative of the Met Mavericks, and this actual one's sitting on the table of the one and only Daryl Norman.
Look, anybody can have one, but you pay for them. The big man gets it free because, as you won't know, you've got to keep the big man happy, haven't you?
I'm nearly very happy.
Big man happy, haven't you?
Got to keep the big man happy, without a doubt. Tom, at the end of the day, it's great to see the competitive spirit that obviously the KYC SmackDown has introduced. With that said, and with the fact that the score was so tight, what are your words to Cam Hume and the Asia Goliaths?
Look, you have to be humble sometimes and say, you know, best team won. So congratulations to those guys. I'm going to go and turn my phone off, switch email off, and make sure Cam just can't communicate with me because he's going to be unbearable. But look, what I really want is a rematch. Interesting
you say that. Q4, there is a focus on KYC error rates, and it's actually going to be called the KYC Royal Rumble. I've been building this one with the big man, Daryl Norman, and he will be the referee of this contest. But Tom, I reckon this is where you get your revenge. That will be the event.
You know, we've done the warm-up. This is the main show. Yeah. Belt, end of Q4, Met Mavericks, done.
So Tom, what I'm hearing is that you think the Met Mavericks are going to be the #1 team when it comes to the KYC Royal Rumble in Q4.
You're hearing me right, mate. It's the belt there. Done. Yeah.
So you'll be back with the belt on.
With the belt.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here live and direct on RPM League, the wrap-up. So Tom, moving on. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about the top teams in each division. Yeah. And across the Met Mavericks, there's a lot of teams bunched up in the top 5. I guess my question to you is, you know, what are these guys doing and how are they taking to RPM League when it comes to engagement and driving performance improvement?
It's like everything we do. We live and we breathe it. So we try and have a fun element to it. But the guys, you know, they believe in it. So they take it seriously. And it's, whether it be front of house, back of house, it's just the way we work. A really good example, if you look at Alanya, a small airport, small team, Dondu out there, leading that small business there. Just a great example of engagement, of good back of house, you know, stuff that she's got in there. It's just really, really good.
Yeah, we're actually seeing it on screen now, and I think this is an amazing bit of work from Dondu, and I think it'll be a fantastic submission for the Global Creative Challenge that Claire Walsh and the RMCs are currently leading. I'm not going to hold on to you any longer. Thanks so much for coming down. Always great to see you part of the RPM wrap-up, and listen, next time, can you know, when you get on camera, can you sort of fix the little matter of winning?
We'll do our best. We'll do our best, yeah.
Yeah, because it's been pretty awkward to interview someone who I thought was going to win, but you haven't sort of been able to pull through with the goods.
Yeah, thanks for that, mate. I feel a little bit awkward too.
I don't envy you the text that you start to get from Cam and his team. Just deal with it as best you possibly can.
We'll come back stronger, Elvin. You know me well. You know me well.
I'm just getting stuck into it a little bit because I feel a little bit inadequate about my height. So this is not often where I can sort of get one back on you.
We'll get you a ladder next time, mate. You'll be fine.
Just a milk crate will be fine. All right, Tom, all the very best. Thanks for coming. And guys, that was the wrap up.